This is flirty, dirty, and bookish.
Welcome to the dark side.
Listen if you dare.
Okay, so I made a couple games, but they don't know what they are. And so basically it's blind ranking books and blind ranking tropes. So they have no idea what books are here. They have no idea what tropes there is. Sorry.
Oh, so we have to rank it before we even know.
Yeah, so it's 1 to
Yeah.
10.
So you could put something at 1 and then something comes up later and it's better than the one you put at 1.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you hold that number 1 spot open, you might end up having something you hate there.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Okay.
So we'll do the blind ranking dark romance books first. Okay, so
scared.
the wheel is spinning. Yes, I made a wheel. I am that type of person.
She really is.
Okay, so the first one is God of Ruin. 1 to 10.
Whose book was that again?
Landon's.
Oh, 1 to 10.
3.
I'd say 5.
3
Or
and
do
5.
do we just have to agree on the same
No.
one?
Nope, it's two different
No.
lists.
Okay.
Okay, and you are
And 1's
5.
obviously our favorite.
1 is top, 10 is
Got it,
lowest.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is Losers.
Oh my god. Shit. Okay, no, I liked 4.
4.
I think I liked God of Ruin more than I liked Losers.
Okay.
I would say 3.
Okay. The next
Stressful.
one.
I'm stressed out, guys.
Yeah, they have no idea what books I put in here at all. There's some randoms.
At least I know that I'm safe from like certain books
Yeah.
because I've read them and she hasn't.
Yeah.
So I know you can't put that in here.
Yeah.
You're
The next
welcome.
one's Lawless God.
Number
5.
Fuck, I just realized
I'm gonna put mine at 5.
Lawless God is like 2.
Okay.
Careful.
I know. I know. I already realized I fucked up. I already realized that.
I might have fucked up too though because I haven't gone above 3.
Delightful Sins.
What am
Oh,
I
I don't know
at?
what else is in here.
What am I at?
You have 1, 4, and then 6 to 10 left.
I don't know what
I'm
else
gonna
is
put that
in
at
here.
4.
Okay.
No, I can't. Oh, give me a sec. I don't know. I'm stressed out. What is this? 2.
Okay.
It's not 2 though.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Guys, this could be bad. I could have just really hurt Ethan. I'm scared. Okay.
Lights Out.
Oh, no. What numbers do I have left?
6 to 10 and 1. Both of you have the same left.
Fucking shitting
6
me.
to 10 and 1.
Yeah.
But he's not any of the above. 6.
Lights Out.
6. I'm not putting him lower.
Okay.
I am not putting Josh and Fred lower than that.
I guess 6 too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would have put them higher than 5 though. To be honest.
Mindfuck.
Shit. I don't want to put it at 1 and then be like, oh, it's 1 just because I just read it. But it's also not 7 and below.
Well, you have to choose.
There's 3 books left after this.
7, I guess.
And there's 4.
Or 8. Actually, I'm going to put it at 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you putting
I'm
it
really
as?
hoping I get 5-1 for number 1.
I'm really scared right now. I don't want to put it below 6, but I don't.
You can put it as 1 and then just rank the last 4. 7?
7.
Okay. scared.
I can see it on her face. She's got something there and she knows she does.
God of Malice.
You can't
who's
see
got
me,
a
but I'm
mouse
flipping
again?
her off.
Killian. The first one in Legacy of Gods.
Killian should be higher than that.
8, 9, 10 or 1 for you.
I'm gonna put that at 7.
7.
She's doing fine over here, guys. She's bouncing, having a great time. Wait, where'd you put mine? Fuck.
8.
He's got to go 8 because I'm scared that there's something better in here. Watch, I'm gonna. This is what I told you. I might have screwed myself over by leaving that top spot. So
There's 3 left. The Ritual.
This is the moment she knew she fucked up. 9.
The Ritual?
Yeah.
God, that feels
It's
like
Riot.
forever ago.
Yeah, Riot Archer.
You loved Riot.
I know. I guess 9. I'm scared. I'm scared that my number 1's not going to be my number 1.
I'm telling you
right
left.
now, it's not going to be.
Oh.
I think I know what's left, and I think it is my number 1. But
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Come on. What do I got? 1 in 10.
Sacrifice. Damn you! There's 2 left, and I think I know what the other one is. But
You sacrifice,
Tyson.
she's not number 10. You stupid. Yo.
I guess number 10. I'm just hoping for the best here. Oh,
10.
shit.
You also
Do I have another one open?
Yeah, 1. Both of you have
Oh,
1.
I'm putting it at 10. Now we both have the same number 1.
Yeah. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Haunting Adeline.
No, it's Verity.
Parody!
No, I thought it was gonna be Haunting Adeline.
No.
Fucked.
No, Verity is not number 1. Verity is not number 1. No matter what she says, Verity is not number 1, and she knows it. How did you get lucky? And
I
that's
don't
the last
know.
thing that's
I
fun.
don't know.
What the actual what?
That Verity is an automatic 10.
Parody! Yeah, fuck that.
I just threw it in there as like a one-off, whatever. Let's just have fun and see, like, oh, this is. They'll just think it's random. But no.
That's hilarious.
You just got fucked over.
Guess we'll have to do an episode on Verity.
Yeah. This
Goddamn
one, it's a little bit different. It won't be as fun, but it's tropes.
Okay.
This one will stress me
I
out too.
may need
Yeah.
like help.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yes, that's fine.
We can explain.
Yeah.
But just for context, Verity is not number 1, and I'm sorry, Ethan, you were number 1, and Mindfuck should have been number 1. I don't know what I was doing. And Sacrifice is 10? What the hell's wrong with me? Sacrifice is below the Ritual, in my opinion.
Yeah, they didn't know what was in the thing. It's just like that TikTok filter. You don't know what's on there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, this is our version.
Yeah,
of
and I always screw that up too.
it. Yeah. Okay, so our first trope is slow burn.
10.
Is that when it's just like for a long time?
Sometimes
Get
it
shit
can like
going.
be
Like,
yeah.
literally,
Oh.
like the first 80% of the books are not even together.
Yeah, 10.
I can't. It drives me
What's the
crazy.
point? Like, lose
Especially when
interest.
there's multiple books in a series and it's like the 3rd book they're finally together. And I'm like,
Yeah. It's like Binding 13.
great.
Only one bed.
I love that trope. Except for when they get up and they're like, oh, I'll sleep on the floor, and then I get upset.
Because they always end up sleeping in a bed.
I would say only one bed is like 5. Like, I love that one, but there's definitely better
really get
tropes.
that one.
So it's when they like go somewhere, like say they like went to a hotel and they had to get a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Normally it goes
they're-
along with fake dating.
Yeah, and they're
Oh,
not
okay.
actually together at
But
the
there's
moment.
only one bed.
But there's only one bed. So
Yeah.
they have to share
I
a bed.
see,
And you're
okay.
like, yes.
It normally leads to them hooking up for the first time.
Yeah.
Let's go with 6.
Okay.
Safe.
Yeah. Now you guys understand.
We're on
the
edge
game.
now.
Keeping it safe. The next one is
I know what my top is.
Who Did This to You?
2. That's number 2. It's like if
You
so.
can cut out all the parts. You have to explain.
No, it's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Okay, so it's like say like you got stabbed or something, or someone
Mhm.
cut you, and like he like came up to you and goes, "Who did this to you?"
Because he's gonna go get revenge.
I
Yeah.
see.
Like, you know how like Killian found Glendon on the cliff and was
Yes.
like that.
Yes. What did you put it at?
2. I love that trope.
I
Though.
would say 5.
Okay.
Because I'm the only one here that also reads fantasy, and it's a much
Yeah.
bigger trope in
That's
fantasy.
true.
You can't do fantasy.
We know.
I haven't tried, so I don't know. I probably like it.
There's a one that I think you'd love. Like it like gives K-pop Demon Hunter vibes, and I know she'd love it.
Okay. Love triangle.
So this isn't a why choose, so she's gonna pick one man out of this love triangle by the end of the book. Just so you know.
It's like The Summer I Turned Pretty or
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries.
Mhm.
Or honestly, Jade, Ethan, and Elliot before she decided to be with both.
Right.
6.
So that'd be like
What did I have again? Open?
you have 1 to 4 open and then 7, 8, 9.
I'll put that at 7.
Okay. What?
I'm fiddling around.
Fake. Oh, nope. Second chance.
Oh, I know one that's in there. Cooper. Okay. Second chance.
Yeah.
What do I have open?
Second chance is obviously when they get a second chance.
Yeah. So like they dated in the past, something ended it, and now it's
Oh,
like
that's
years
kinda
later,
cute.
and they get a second chance.
Yeah, it would sort of be Manson and Jessica from Losers, how they hooked up before, and then now they get back together.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. That's sort of a second chance. You have 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9 open.
1, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. Second chance. 4. It's not my favorite, but I do
What
like
do I
it.
have again? 1 to 4?
1 to 4 and 8
Yeah,
and 9.
I would say 4 too then.
When you get to it, second chance is Will and Emery's book from Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's a
I
prime
love
example.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enemies to lovers.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I love a good enemies to lovers.
I'll say number 2 just to switch it up. I don't like this.
Nothing's better than enemies to lovers, in my opinion. That is so much better than when I ended up with Verity as number 1.
Yeah, this one's going a lot better. Age gap.
What kind? Like how big?
Like boyfriend's dad. Age gap.
What do I have?
You have 3, 7, 8, and 9.
7. No, 8. I don't really like that.
What do I have?
You have 1, 3, 8, and 9.
9.
You guys should see the look of disgust on her face right now.
Then you should not read Birthday Girl, and you should not read Credence either.
I mean, I'm curious, but
Credence isn't terrible, but Friends to Lovers.
ooh,
So, like Annika and Creighton, sorta.
ooh.
I already forgot again what my numbers are.
You have 3, 7, and 9 open.
7. It's still not one of my favorites. I need them to hate each other at some point.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is fake dating.
What do I have left?
3 and 9.
And I have 1 and
1 and 8.
3. Because usually they hate each other during fake dating, and we all know I like when they hate each
I
other.
haven't really read a fake dating one yet,
Fake
but
dating.
I understand it.
Yeah. Fake dating. Okay, so Marriage of Convenience would be Eli and Ava, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now picture that circumstance, and they're dating instead of married, and then just for the benefit of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. 9, I guess. Sure.
It's okay. It's Grumpy Sunshine.
Oh, Will and Emery, and I have to put it at 9, don't I?
No.
Yeah.
What's Grumpy
Okay.
Sunshine?
One of them's is grumpy.
And then one of them's like super happy.
So like Zion and Alex, but
exactly. That is exactly Grumpy Sunshine.
Yay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Or there's reverse Grumpy Sunshine. Like Will and Emery is reverse Grumpy Sunshine.
So
Yes.
she's grumpy and he's
grumpy.
sunshine.
I love those ones.
Yeah.
Even though it pisses me off sometimes, I like a good opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Such
Fair.
a one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Hey guys, so in this episode we're going to be talking about Lights Out by Navessa Allen. So for those of you who don't know, Lights Out follows Allie, a nurse, and Josh, a hacker / content creator, specifically a mask talk creator. And Allie also has a cat named Fred. I'm just putting that out there now because we love Fred, and Fred can do no wrong, and Fred will be brought up a lot.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. Okay, so for more context here, Allie used to sleep with Josh's roommate. His name is Tyler.
Tyler's new book is also coming out soon, by the way.
Yeah, so very exciting. She actually released the
name.
Yeah.
Yesterday or today?
I think it was yesterday, maybe today. By the time this comes out, it will be a few weeks
It'll be
ago,
it'll be the week, yeah.
Yeah. But she's released the name now.
Yeah, it's called Game On.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 We also, by the way, have not read Caught Up yet, so we're treating it kind of like a standalone. Well, we
will be reading Caught Up. Honestly, at this point, it probably makes sense for us to wait for Game On to come out. But
Yeah.
we'll just see how it goes. We might end up reading Caught Up before then. We might not. But for now, we're just doing Lights Out. So it's fine. Okay. So anyway, Josh used to sleep. No, Josh did not used to sleep with his roommate. Allie used to sleep with Josh's roommate Tyler, and Josh kind of had a thing for her back then, but A, she was sleeping with his roommate, and B, Josh is chicken shit. So, but anyway, Allie ended up accidentally ghosting Tyler.
Well, not really. So it's not like accidentally, but like, so Allie's super busy. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
And they weren't like dating or anything. And so she didn't expect him to like want to be with her. They were kind of just hooking up and it was kind of whatever. It wasn't like an accident. Nothing bad happened. They just like drifted apart. She just got busy and was like, oh, fuck, it's been like a month since I've even texted him. So
yeah, it had been like since Christmas and it's supposed to be like February or before Christmas and it's like February or something now. But anywho, so she's a trauma nurse, which is why she's so busy specifically. But Allie is obsessed with mask talk and loves, Feral Friday, like we all do over here on Book Talk. But her favorite, so specifically though, Allie has a favorite content creator, and that is the Faceless Man, who happens to be Josh. But neither know at this point, because A, he never checks his comments, and he never shows his face, so she has no idea who he is. So, Allie comes home from work one night looking for a hookup and is feeling brave. She ends up taking a screenshot of Josh's most recent video and sends it to Tyler, his roommate, and asks if he's down to fuck while wearing a mask. So she texts Tyler the screenshot that she took, asking if he's down to fuck with a mask on. Tyler responds to her saying that, he's glad to see that she's clearly alive and okay, but he's now in a relationship with a girl named Sarah. So, obviously, that's been shut down. She ends up just lying there on the couch with a bottle of wine and Fred, the cat. Cut to Josh, who's at home sitting on his couch when Tyler walks in the room and asks him if he remembers the girl he used to sleep with, Allie. He ends up showing him the text. Josh takes the phone, saying he just wants to take a closer look, and says, "Oops, sorry, man, I accidentally deleted it." Because clearly, the photo is of Josh, and Josh is aware of that, and needs to delete it before Tyler realizes the photo is of Josh.
Yeah, because it's in Josh's room. Josh films all of his content in his room.
But also, his tattoos would be a dead giveaway to his best friend that that's who he is. But Tyler didn't look closely enough to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably just looking at the mask going like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, and he like thinks she's a freak or whatever. Josh, on the other hand, does not think Allie's a freak and is now more into her than he was before. He ends up excusing himself, goes to his bedroom, and starts working his hacker magic. This man pulls up every single comment she has ever left on one of his videos. He starts going through her Google search history, everything. He has officially decided that it is okay to stalk her because at one point she Googled how to find a masked man from TikTok.
Yeah, like how to find like who's behind a TikTok account or whatever.
She even looked up, how to find someone based on their tattoos with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, okay, also here, just for context, Allie, like, barely knows who Josh is. Even though, like, she, like, went out with Tyler. Like, she didn't see him. Basically, she went over to Tyler's house, fucked, left, or vice versa. So she knows that his roommate's name is Josh. She might have met him in passing, but, like, they don't know each other very well.
Yeah, they met once in the kitchen, and he avoided eye contact.
Yeah.
At all costs. So she thinks that he hates her or something.
But also, Josh is a recluse or however the fuck you say it. Because...
He's a hermit.
Yeah, a hermit. His dad is a serial killer, so he gets judged a lot. He works from home. He doesn't talk to other people. The only reason why he's friends with Tyler is because he knew Josh before his dad was found out to be a serial killer.
Yeah, and the problem for Josh is he can't just walk down the street and have someone not know. Because they just came out with a documentary on his father. He's named the Ken Doll Killer. And Josh looks exactly like his dad did at the time of the murders.
Mm-hmm. So, and then on top of all of that, Josh also has, like, similar mental issues as his dad, and he's worried that, like, one day, like, he'll snap and then become a serial killer. So he kind of just, like, avoids, like, many situations. He's also on medication for it, and he's, like, very aware of it, and, like, yeah, he's just really scared of becoming his dad.
Yeah, but also for context, he stopped taking his medication basically at the exact same time he started stalking Allie. So
yeah. And then he stops taking his medication and then, like, starts, like, full blown stalking Allie. So after, like, Josh starts, like, fully, like, stalking her, he reads a comment that Allie left saying the way it would crawl to him. She left this comment on his TikTok on whatever, like, sexy mask post that he did. So then he takes that as an invitation to break into her house while she's at work.
Because that's normal. That's a thing people do. Yeah.
So, remember Allie's cat, Fred? Well, Josh... I'm sorry. She wrote notes and there's little cat paws and tails besides Fred's name, and it just makes me giggle. But, so while Josh breaks in, Fred's, like, all over him, and, like, coming up to him, putting against him, rubbing against him, like, wants, like, attention from him.
Which is very odd, because Fred actually hates men. Like, all men. So Josh has this cat rubbing all over him, and he's scared at first to, like, touch him, pet him. He doesn't even know how to pet an animal, because his entire life he has been, like, scared to have a pet, scared to have anything, because one of the first signs, of being a serial killer is killing animals, and he was scared that if he was around one,
he'd want to kill it.
Exactly. He was worried he'd snap. So he was taking every precaution he possibly can.
Besides taking his meds.
Yeah, to the point where he doesn't know how to pet a cat. So. But him and Fred become fast friends right now.
So then, yeah, Josh is like, oh, like, you're not so bad, blah, 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 and, like, pets him and cuddles him and whatever.
Yeah.
So while Josh is there, he plants a camera that looks like a charging block. Like, it's, yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah, he basically just takes her charging block, switches them out.
And so he can watch Allie in her room. And then also films a TikTok in her bed. And just for context, and it doesn't really matter, but Josh's TikTok name is The Faceless Man, which we already mentioned, but he also posts on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So Allie gets really excited because, like, it's now a Thursday. So she goes into the break room at work, remembers it's a Thursday, and notices that there's a new Faceless Man TikTok.
So she watches it. Josh is on a bed, and she notices it's the same comforter she has. She leaves a comment, something along the lines of, "Oh my god, I have that the same comforter in your face, bitches," or whatever she says. Anyway, and then she has to go back to work. Her pager goes off. Doesn't really think much of it. Allie then goes home, and when she walks in her door, Fred is acting super weird. He's all over her, but she thinks nothing of it. She's just like, he's probably hungry. It's been a long. So she's like, hold on a sec. I'll get your food in a sec. She goes to her bedroom, opens her door, and freezes. Because there, lying on the center of her bed, is a mask. And not just any mask, the Faceless Man's mask. Which, just so you know, Josh had specially made. Like, there is only one
like
of
custom
these masks.
3D printed mask or whatever.
So there's no mistaking who this mask belongs to. So she's now realizing, holy shit.
That was actually my
That
comforter.
actually was my bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was my bed. Holy
imagine?
shit. Yeah. Like, what the hell?
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
But
Absolutely.
she thought it was hot as fuck.
Not at first. No, not at first. She uses her rational brain and then gets stupid. So basically, Allie keeps a gun in her house. She's a woman living alone. She kind of lives in, it's not the worst area, but it's also, like, not the nicest area.
Well, because
either.
she lives close to a hospital, so she's
Yeah.
like in the city.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like, the safest place. So she has a gun. So basically, she starts clearing the house. The only thing is, after the mask thing, you're actually in Josh's point of view, because this man is watching her clear the house with a gun in fear that someone is still in her house through the camera he hid in her room. And Josh starts to realize that he done fucked up.
And scared her.
But the only reason he realizes that he scared her is because he Googles, how would a woman living alone in the city feel if someone broke into their house and filmed a video?
And then left.
And then it says they would probably be scared and terrified and, feeling violated. And he's like, oh no, how do I make up for this colossal mistake? Roses? That's what the men in TV shows and movies do. No, I'm sorry, Josh. I don't think that roses work for break-ins.
Not typically.
Not typically. I wouldn't say that that's something that typically works. So Josh then decides he is gonna get her roses, but no, not like a normal, just a bouquet of roses, which is already gonna freak this poor girl out. No. He uses his hacker skills to use some random rich man's credit card to buy out an entire floral shop, and then he takes it one step forward and realizes, oh, she doesn't have a security system. Anyone could break into her house. She should really have one of those. So he orders her a security system. This is coming from the man who just broke into her house. Yeah. So while Josh watches through the camera, Allie realizes he's probably not a serial killer, because of course that would be your first thought. Like, there's a mask on your bed, someone's been in your house. Yeah. This person's probably going to kill me. She realizes he's probably not a serial killer, because her first thought was, okay, he's probably a serial killer, lures victims in with his TikTok account. Each video is probably from a home or whatever. She goes back, looks at the videos. Nope, they're all either couch, bed, wall, and they're always the same. This is the first time he's taken a video somewhere else. So she assumes She's not a serial killer. Josh is on the other side of the camera freaking out. Like, how the hell do you tell someone you're not a serial killer without freaking them out and telling them that you're the one that broke into their house? And would they even believe you?
I wouldn't.
No. He then watches as Allie starts typing something into her phone.
Yeah, he like mirrors her phone or whatever also too, doesn't he?
No, he's watching it because she's still in her room.
Oh,
she
right.
came back into her room and you can see on the camera that she's typing into her phone, and he has no idea what she's doing at first, but she's obviously not calling the cops because she's pressed way too many buttons. He then hears his phone ding and goes, "Did she just DM me?" She did, in fact, DM him. And what happens? They flirt.
Yeah.
She flirts with him.
That's how you know they're both crazy.
I mean, she comes at him at first, but like,
Yeah, she's probably like,
it
what the
doesn't
fuck?
take long to get to the flirting stage. Like, she's still wary of him, but like the fact that she's flirting with him, like, girl, what the hell are we doing here? But I mean, we love Josh, but like, what are we doing?
Well, oh yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, I was gonna try and make an excuse, but there really isn't an excuse for that.
no, like, we know he's not a serial killer.
But she doesn't.
She doesn't know that.
No,
No.
not even a serial killer. She doesn't know that doesn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, like in general. Anywho, so they flirt, and then he sends her the rest of the video, the part he did not post, which involves a shot of more of his body that would probably get him banned from TikTok altogether.
Yeah, doesn't he jack off into the camera?
No, he just like goes and makes like the motion like he is. He like fully did, because he's more like gray, but he ain't like that gray.
Yeah, he's just weird.
Yeah.
He's not morally gray. He's just a fucking
He's just
freak.
a weirdo, yeah. But she then watches the video, and goes to, do her thing. And this is where Josh's morals kick in, because apparently it's okay to break into someone's house, put a camera in there, but it's not okay to actually watch them get naked without their permission. So he turns away from the camera.
We love a respectful game.
Yeah, he's like, oh, she's doing this in private. I'm just gonna give her her privacy,
Exactly.
even though she doesn't know.
She has no idea, but he would know, and then he would feel horrible.
So Allie obviously decides not to call the cops. Because like, what the fuck is she gonna say? Hey, this man that I've been commenting on his TikToks and like have said, hey, basically come fuck me, broke into my house and left his mask and then recorded a video of himself in my bed. And then also basically it was like flirting with him and whatever. And so she's like, oh, right, Tyler's roommate is a hacker, so maybe I can just go and ask him to find this man. And so she calls Tyler and asks him to ask Josh to help her find somebody. Well, so Tyler goes and then talks to Josh, and then Josh freaks out internally because he's like, well, it's me, but I can't find me, so I have to like figure out how to like not find me, but then I also have to talk to her, and then like he like just like freaks out. So then but he ends up agreeing because like why would he say no? He has no valid reason to say no. So she comes over, or is planning to come over, and Josh is like, oh fuck, I have to like hide some of my stuff because it'll be a dead giveaway. She's gonna see the couch, she's gonna see my bed, I have to like close my door, whatever. And like then she's not supposed to come for a couple days. So in between then, Josh watches Allie receive all of the roses that he sent along with the security system, and then she's pissed. And then Allie also finds the camera and then removes it and then stops responding to his messages.
But the reason she found the camera is literally because Josh let her. Along with the security, he sent a camera finder.
Yeah.
Knowing that she'd find it, and then she ends up texting him like, hey, like, were you watching me the other night? Like, what the hell? And he's like, no, I swear I wasn't. He's like, I sent
just
the
watching
camera
before.
finder as proof that I would never do that. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he felt like guilty for the camera.
Yeah.
So Allie's at work again, and the faceless man posts a new video, and he captioned it, when she's mad at you. And then the girls start coming for Allie in the comments after he likes Allie's comment that she left.
Because he never interacts.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck did you do to piss him off? Whatever.
Yeah.
So while Allie is at work, there's a snowstorm that hits, and she's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to drive home. Like, I don't want to drive home in this. But she goes out to her car anyways and finds Josh, but he has his mask on and gloves and everything, waiting at her car. And he's like, oh, like, I'll drive you home. It's not safe for you to drive home. So she's like,
While typing. Because obviously he can't.
yes, he, like,
Yeah.
messages her and says that.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. I mean, like, he sent me a security camera. He sent me roses. He seems fine. So, yeah, sure. I'll get in the car with this man wearing a mask.
I mean, to her defense, there was a bit of a fight, but then at the end of the day, I mean, what's she gonna do? Like, if he's gonna kill her, you may as well kill her in that parking lot anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then sweet stalker mask wearing Josh gives her lunch for her to eat in the car.
Because he figured she'd be hungry after her shift.
Yeah. And so while they're driving home, some, like, random men, like, catcall her and, like, whatever, like, start, like, hitting on her. Josh literally stops the car and then threatens them and then drives off. And then Allie sucks him off while he drives.
Of course she does.
So for context, Josh decided to come with all of his TikTok gear when he came, and by that I mean he came with his knife that he uses for filming.
Then yeah,
and
he
did give her a gun, so
No,
she
he-
felt
no,
more comfortable.
he gave her the knife to be like, no,
He
it's
gave
in
her
the-
both.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. She has him at gun and knife point.
but while she's sucking him off, Allie accidentally stabs him in his hand so bad that he needs stitches. So Allie feels horrible about this. Still doesn't know who this man is. Brings him inside her house. I mean, he's already been there before, so why the fuck not? And then stitches him up. And because of this, she has his DNA because she kept, like, a bloody gauze or whatever with his blood on it. So Josh leaves and everything's all fine and dandy. And I don't think Allie works the next day or later.
She works like
whatever.
the night shift. Or
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
So Josh then breaks into her house again while she's sleeping and then left her breakfast and shoveled her driveway because there was snow all over it.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And then he, like, met their neighbors without the mask on. But, of course, she can't... And then, like, told the neighbors they're dating. So, of course, she can't go to the neighbors and be like, oh, what does my boyfriend look like?
Yeah.
So, you know, that doesn't help her at all. But he told the neighbors they're dating and that they're in a fight right now. So he was trying to make it up to her.
Yeah.
I don't think you're in a fight, Josh. I think you're just a crazy person. But...
So Allie then goes over to Josh and Tyler's apartment, so Josh can find, himself. And before she gets there, he turns the thermostat all the way down, puts on a pair of gloves, puts on a scarf, and basically, like, covers himself from head to toe. So, well, one, she can't see the scar on his hand, and two, to cover up his tattoos. Because, like, in his videos, he's shirtless and whatever, and she can see his tattoos, and she'll figure out that it's him. And Alec is kind of suspicious that it's Josh. I don't know really exactly what made her think, okay, it might be this man who, like, I only ever met once, but, like, okay. And so when she gets there, they shake hands, and she squeezes his injured hand, the one that she stabbed the faceless man of the night before, or the day before, however many days. And she squeezes it really hard to see if, like, he would wince in pain or whatever. Josh's, like, internal dialogue is like, ow, 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 that fucking hurts, but I can't show anything. And then but she's like, oh, okay, like, he didn't react, so it must not be him. So they sit down, and he's, like, hacking away or whatever. They're playing a game of Would You Rather, and she's, like, asking, like, questions that kind of, like, hint towards, like, if, like, he might be the faceless man, like, kind of, like, what he would rather do in different situations or whatever, trying to just, like, suss them out a bit. And during this game, she, like, pats him on the back and collects a couple hair follicles off his back. And then, but Josh obviously doesn't know this. And so, like, he's just like, okay, give me, like, a couple days. Like, let me try and, like, find out who this man is. And, like, I'll let you know.
So Allie goes to work, heads home from work. But while she was at work, she got, like, a text from her or whatever and saying, be prepared for what I plan to do tonight. The thing is, he was planning on being at her house before she got home from work, but he fell asleep at the computer while stalking her, and then wakes up and she's already at the house and he has. So Josh rushes to the house. He forgets his knife though, because apparently he had plans for that knife, so that doesn't happen for him. Anyway, when he gets to her house, by the way, Allie is awake right now and home. He's specifically doing this knowing she's awake. When he walks in, Fred is at the door and is trying to get all over him, and he says, no, Fred, Mommy and Daddy need to have some alone time right now. Which is ironic, because at this point, he's met Fred twice. So Fred is all over him and just, loves Josh. And Josh clearly loves Fred. Anyway, she ends up jacking him off, and then he edges her to the point of her passing out. He wakes her up, puts her in the shower, all this stuff. While she's showering, he goes to cook her breakfast. Now, at some point, he has now plugged the camera back in, but it was like, Allie knows the camera's back. She's aware that it's there. She's agreed to this. So at this point, she's willingly being stalked by this man. But that's normal, right? So Josh ends up going to cook Allie breakfast. And while he's doing that, he's watching her through the camera, because she may just be 3 rooms away, but that's too far for him. He has to have eyes on her at all times. So he watches as she puts a tracker in his backpack. So
she's assuming that, like, why the fuck
would he? Yeah.
In my home?
Yeah. Why would he be watching me right now? This is the perfect time. So he makes her breakfast, brings it to her in bed, yells at Fred for taking the bacon, because apparently Fred stole some bacon, and he takes away from Fred because he's like, oh, I don't think his mother would appreciate having to clean up cat diarrhea, and I assume cats can't have this much grease. So he takes the bacon from Fred, gives it to Allie, and she's like, what did Fred do? And then once again, he barely knows this cat, but his response is, our angel baby did absolutely nothing wrong, and I resent the insinuation that he ever could. He barely knows Allie. I mean, like, actually. I mean, he knows everything about her, but not.
He likes Fred more than Allie at this point.
Right? I mean, same Josh, but like. So when Josh ends up leaving after he gives her breakfast, and on his way home, he's aware that she's tracking him. And this man spells out LOL.
Like, going through, like, the streets of wherever the fuck that they're from.
Yeah. And then he's
going
like,
down a street, turning around, going back.
Yeah.
Doing an L. And then going up a street and making an L. And then going up a street, down a street, and going that way. And making literally LOL, and then throws the fucking
well, he's watching her through the cameras on in his car. Watching him spell LOL. Allie is obviously pissed. And she's so mad, and she knows that he's watching her, and she screams through the camera, just so you know, I know it's you, Josh, and that's not funny. And then he's like, well, she has no proof of that, so it's okay.
But then he also internally freaks out and goes, oh my god, does she actually fucking know?
Yeah, like, does she? And then she, like, unplugs the camera and is not speaking to him, and he's like, it's okay, I'll give her some time to cool down. Then, okay, Josh. We then find out that Allie actually really is almost like 100% sure this is Josh. And while she was at their house, she rubbed his back at one point. I think he choked on some water or something. Wasn't important at the time. Rubbed his back, took some hairs that were on his back home with her, and then goes to her friend at the hospital, gives her the gauze or whatever it was that had the blood on it, and then also gives her the hairs that she took so that she can cross-match them to see if they match. Josh is watching her do this through the cameras and is like, joke's on her. I was wearing Tyler's hoodie because I figured she'd do something like this. Like, okay, Josh.
Yeah. So
Congrats.
They don't end up matching when she does the DNA test.
Yeah, that comes through later though, yeah. So her friend tells her it's gonna take like 3 days at least for her to get this information back. So Josh now thinks Allie is mad at him. She kind of is, but not really. She's more mad at herself that she isn't mad at this man that's stalking her. And so, yeah, she's kind of just not really responding to him as much. All this stuff. It happens to be posting day. So he ends up posting another video, and this time with the caption, "Sure, take your time, Allie, but I'm going to torture you with my absence until you come to your senses." So now everyone knows that it is Allie, and then people are like, "Oh my god, are they married?" in the comments and all these things. And some people are coming at her with nice comments, some not so nice. And then someone mentions that he would look really cute holding a baby. So now that's all Allie can think about.
So Allie is back at work, and there's this trigger warning, rapist guy that comes in. He's like all beat and battered and whatever because a girl that he was raping before, her brother caught him and beat the shit out of him. Anyways, not really that important, but whatever.
Other than the fact that the brother went to jail for beating the rapist up and he didn't go to jail.
Yeah, because his family's like rich and loaded and connected and whatever. And so she's standing with all the nurses, and none of the girl nurses want to go in there, and none of the male nurses are available to go and assist this man. And so Allie's like, well, whatever, I'll just do it. What is he going to do? Rape me in the middle of the hospital? No. So she goes there, and or she's starting to walk there, and the hospital gets a phone call, and they're like yelling at Allie that there's a man on the phone for her. And she knows Josh is watching her through the camera, so she just yells, "I'm fine," so he can hear her, and then walks into the room. So just remember, Josh is watching all this happen. So she goes in to assess his room, and then, or assess his wounds, and then the guy is like really weird, hitting on her, making her really uncomfortable, and he ends up grabbing like her wrist or whatever, and she breaks free and then screams at him, and then he is like calling for his lawyer, and he makes HR go and talk to Allie for like improper medical care or whatever the fuck.
Something stupid.
Oh, because, you know, daddy's money and I'm going to talk to my lawyer. Anyway, so when she's done with that, Allie is going back to the ER, and there is this woman there that has similar wounds to her mom when her mom died. So her mom died in a car accident, and this sends Allie into a spiral, and she has a flashback and then breaks down.
So Allie's having this breakdown, and Joss is watching Allie break down through the hospital camera feed. So he starts texting her, trying to convince her just to wait to go home. He'll drive her home, and she just says that she'll Uber. Josh ends up going over to her house to comfort her. And Fred greets him at the door. And that's when Josh realizes that in his panic to get there to make sure she was okay, he forgot his voice modulator. So he decides to put on his best Batman voice and says, "I am Batman," and then asks Fred, the cat, how he's doing. So he walks into the room and is trying to comfort Allie, but he's talking like Batman. And in the haste of this, he's trying to bring her a tea to like help soothe her. Ends up dropping the tea on his own hand, scalding his hand, and is running to the sink screaming "ow" in his Batman voice. And she's like, "What are you supposed to be, the scary mask version of Batman?" He goes, "Mask Man? I like it." This man has issues. And then he ends up having Allie explain her breakdown because he assumes, based on how bad she freaked out, that it couldn't have just been from whatever happened with Bradley, because she seemed fine after that. And then she tells him about her mom, which, of course, since he's a creepy stalker man, he already knew her mom was dead, but he didn't know that Allie was actually driving the car at the time of her mom's death. And she explains that she feels like it's her fault, and Josh tells her it's not. And then he tells her that he booked them both off for 2 weeks vacation. They end up going to Allie's room, and Josh stabs a knife into the corner of her mattress and makes Allie ride it. And then when she gets upset about her mattress, Josh informs her that he'd already ordered her a new bed and it's on her way.
On its way.
And it's on its way because her current bed is too small for him. So they do their thing, and then Josh has a talking to with Fred because Fred was like meowing at the door the whole time. And he basically tells them, "This is mommy and daddy time, Fred. Like, you need to learn to respect boundaries."
Yeah, this man talks to a cat like it's a fucking child.
Constantly, because it's a human, for sure. And then he says that he's going to go cook for Allie, and she's like, "No, you're a terrible cook." Anyway, then it cuts to the next morning when Josh wakes up to the blaring of an alarm.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen the TikToks for this, but it's fucking hilarious. Honestly, I like reading the book better than audiobook. This audiobook was fantastic. The guy, it's Jacob Morgan, but he literally goes, "I'm Batman," like talking like that. Like he's not just narrating it; he's like full blown acting, and it's fucking hilarious. If you get a chance to listen to the audiobook, I would totally suggest it.
And if not, at least look up this scene on TikTok.
Oh,
you
it's
have
so
to hear
funny.
this. Yeah. So he wakes up to the blaring.
We'll
of an
post
alarm.
it. We'll post
it. But he wakes up to the blaring of an alarm and starts freaking out because he thinks he's gone blind because his balaclava.
Yeah.
His balaclava slid sideways.
Right. He's wearing a balaclava because he doesn't have his
mask. He still hasn't taken the mask off. No, he has the whole thing on. And the balaclava slid sideways underneath.
Right. No.
He also wears contacts.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So he's wearing contacts. So he thinks that somehow in his sleep that the contacts slipped into the back of his eyeballs and have severed his optic nerves, and he has now gone blind. And he says, "I've gone blind, help me," in his best Batman voice that he can manage. And Allie's like, "Oh my god, what's wrong?" And she looks over and she's like, "Dude, like, your dumb baklava slid sideways." And he goes, "It's a balaclava." She's like, "What did I say?" He's like, "Baklava. One is a mask and the other a delicious dessert."
But in between this time, he's like half talking Batman, half talking normal because he keeps forgetting
that he doesn't
to mask his voice. So it's like he's like, "Oh shit, I said that normally," and then he starts talking like Batman again, and it's so funny.
So in other words, he's a crazy person. But once he realizes he has not, in fact, gone blind, Allie tells him to turn his alarm off, and that's when he realizes that it's the security alarm.
Yeah, it's not like his phone alarm to wake him up for like work or anything. It's an alarm that someone triggered.
Put on his phone, and it's been triggered to let him know someone's on her property. So he tells Allie to stay in the bedroom, and then he's gonna go check it out. And then she tries to fight him on, and he's like, "No, like, stay here, because if someone really is here, I don't need to be worried about you at the same time." So he goes into the kitchen where the entrance, the back door entrance is, and he can hear someone trying to pick the lock. So he kind of just stands there and hides against the door, waiting for the person to come in. And once they do, he attacks them and gets them to the ground. And that's when he hears Allie gasp. And he turns around and realizes she did not listen to him when he said to stay in the room. He's pissed, but she ends up telling him to take the guy's mask off, and he listens. And when they take it off, they realize it's Bradley Bloom, and he is the rapist from the hospital. So in other words, this guy has come here clearly because
Allie pissed him off.
Allie, and now he wants her dead.
No, did he come to kill her or just come to rape her?
Came to kill her. He had like all his kill equipment in the backpack.
Right.
So they end up going through his bag, and Josh is like looking for his phone and all this stuff to make sure it wouldn't track back to the house. And the phone's not there, so it wouldn't track back. And then they find a rope and a knife and realize that he had come not just to rape Allie, but he'd come to kill her. So they decide Brad himself needs to die. They end up tying him up, put him in the trunk, and decide to take the asshole to the house of the family of the girl he just raped, where her brother was sent to jail for beating him, so they can get their own revenge.
He's tied up, and he also has duct tape over his mouth.
Which Allie left Josh in charge of.
Yes.
Because she thought that a grown man could handle putting some duct tape over someone's mouth without screwing it up. So when they get to the house and they're about to take the body bag out, Allie unzips the body bag just to double check that
he's still
knocked out. And when she opens it, she realizes that he's not breathing, and she checks his pulse. There's no pulse. And she says to Josh, he's dead. And Josh is like, what? How? And she's like, you put the duct tape over his mouth and his nose. He's suffocated. So now Josh freaks out because he's now killed someone, which has been his biggest fear since childhood. He goes over, rips his mask off, and pukes in a bush. And Allie's only words are, would this be a bad time to point out that I was right about
who you are?
Yeah, about who you are. And then in his head, he's like, I thought I was screwed up, but we just accidentally killed a man. She's making jokes right now.
Yeah.
She's the unhinged one. Yeah.
And then I think it says in the book, it says it in the audiobook, but it's like, dear reader, I suggest like not doing this. So like the author breaks the third wall and speaks directly to the reader, and it's really cool.
Yeah, they do it in the book as well.
Yeah.
Because in the audiobook, don't they change it to dear listener?
Yeah, it says dear listener in the audiobook and dear reader in the book. Yeah.
Honestly, she's a great writer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, this was her debut, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so Allie's like, okay, it's time to go with what, like, the backup plan. Josh is like, well, what's the backup plan? She's like, just get in the car. I'll tell you on the way.
No, doesn't she just say, I'll drive because, like, you clearly, like, are still sick or whatever?
Yeah, but she's like, he's asking what she's doing. And she's like, I'll tell you, like, once we're... Because basically they need to be somewhere where no one can hear them. So somewhere along this drive, they officially become boyfriend and girlfriend. Just simply because Josh says girlfriend, and then it kind of just happens.
And Allie's like, oh, is that what I am now? And he goes, well, we killed a man, so I guess so.
And then she says something, and then he makes a comment. He's like, the couple that slays together stays together.
Yeah. And then and, like, his inner dialogue is like, my girlfriend.
Yeah, he just keeps saying it over and over again. And then we learn that Allie's uncle Nico is in the mob. Nico is her mom's younger brother. And Allie doesn't really know him that well because he was disowned from the family when he joined the mob, because that's the reason that his parents fled Sicily, was because of the mob. So yeah.
But like, Allie knows about him because I think her mom probably
her dad.
Her dad?
I have it right here.
Oh.
So Allie is never really associated with him for that reason. But before her dad died, he told her that if she was ever in trouble, to go to her uncle Nico. That's all that's ever mentioned about her dad.
Yeah.
That's all that's really ever mentioned about her dad. We don't know when he died, how old she was, how he died. I'm assuming he was sick or something if he said that just before he died, like he knew he was dying.
Yeah, we don't know.
No idea.
Not important.
Yeah. As they pull up to the house, Josh decides to put on a disguise. Allie at this point still doesn't know who Josh's dad is, so she has no idea why her boyfriend is now putting on fake glasses and a fake mustache, because apparently that's a disguise.
But like, why did he have these in the first place?
Just in case, I guess. Like, I don't know. This man's a weirdo, okay? So when they walk up to the house, Allie's uncle is kind of like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then sees Josh, looks at his mustache, and says, who are you, Porno Joe? And Josh is like, no, close, my name's Josh. They end up kind of just giving him like a brief rundown, and they're like, we have a body in the car. And he freaks out and he goes, what do you mean you brought a body to my house? Like,
Yeah,
the
because,
FBI could have been watching. Like,
Yeah.
what are you thinking? So he freaks out and, like, screams for his sons to come downstairs. Allie's cousins. There's 4 of them, but really the only important ones are Greg and Junior. So Junior's the oldest, Greg is the youngest.
Junior's the one that caught up to boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Junior has a book now. That's the second book. But Greg works at the hospital with Allie as a janitor, but really he's there because of the coroners, how they get rid of some of their bodies.
Mhm.
Anyway, long story, doesn't really matter that much. So Allie's cousin Greg ends up going with her to take the car somewhere safe to have the body removed, while Josh stays behind to fully fill in Nico on what's going down. Josh ends up saying he'll go with Junior, Allie's oldest cousin, to wipe any trace of Allie from Bradley's phone and computer, because their original plan was just to take the computer and run with it and then smash it somewhere.
Yeah, because
But
they're not hackers. They don't know.
But Josh was like,
"No, I
that's
can do it."
too
Yeah.
suspicious. Like, I'll go with you. Have it wiped.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Because they can't have any trace of Allie on the computer, or it can be traced back to them. And then Allie ends up finding out Josh is going on a job with her cousins and is pissed. But he tells her he'll be fine and to go pick up Fred and stay at his place and wait there till he gets back. Which means she now has to go to her ex-hookup's house with her cat and just go stay there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is she
And
gonna
she's
tell
like,
Tyler?
is Tyler okay with this? And then Josh, like, calls Tyler, and Tyler's just excited that Josh is getting laid.
Yeah.
Basically. That's all he
Also,
cares
this
about.
isn't just Josh going with Junior. This is a whole, like, mob operation to, like, break into this man's house.
Yeah, which doesn't work out the first time. But we'll get to that. So, while Allie's at the house with Fred, she's in Josh's bedroom, and she ends up getting a call from the person at the hospital who she gave Josh's DNA and the DNA from the faceless man, who she now knows for a fact is Josh,
Mhm.
too. And the woman's like, oh, I have your results. She goes, let me guess, they didn't match. And she's like, no, they didn't. And she's like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Like, it's not important now. And the woman tells her, she's like, well, I did some more digging, even though you didn't ask me to. And I just wanted to let you know that whoever's blood you gave me is a 50% match for the Ken doll killer. Whoever this person is the son of a serial killer. And that's how Allie finds out who Josh's dad is.
Right.
She then, like, has an internal, like, freak out. Like, what do I do? Do I leave? Do I stay?
He's been nothing but good to her, but also, like, what
at the same time, how is she supposed to know? She now knows why when after he accidentally killed Bradley, he made a small comment about, you know, I've been worried about becoming a killer since I was a kid. Was I destined for this? So now she's, like, panicking. And without Josh there, there's not someone really in the room with her for her to realize, okay, he's not going to hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyler ends up, like, asking her if she wants a coffee, and she's like, oh, I can talk to Tyler. So she goes
because she knew that they've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, so she's like, do you know who Josh's dad is? And he's like, do you know who Josh's dad is? And she's like, just answer the question. He ends up admitting to it. And then Tyler basically ends up talking her off the ledge. She ends up calming down, and she's like, you're right, he's nothing like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he would never hurt me. I was just panicked. And he's like, that makes sense. And then she's like, is there anything else that I need to know? And he tells her, yeah, Josh is a vegan, which explains why the bacon and eggs he made are so bad. But the reason for Josh being a vegan, so basically, she asks why Josh is a vegan, because Tyler doesn't just say he's a vegan, he says he's a vegan and won't even let Tyler cook meat in the house.
But he was cooking it for her.
He was cooking it for her, and then Tyler's like, wow, he must have it bad for you.
Yeah.
So basically, when Josh was 6 years old, his dad cooked up one of the women he had killed into burger patties at a block party. And, you know, everyone at this block party that had a burger ate that woman.
Ew.
And then she's like, well, why aren't you a vegan? Because Tyler was there that day, and he goes, well, I had a hot dog. She's like, yeah, but you smelled the woman being cooked. And he goes, I don't know, smelling's different than taste, I guess.
Well, I guess too, like, we don't know it in the moment.
Yeah, but like, and she's like, that would scar any 6-year-old. She's like, but you were also 6, and you were also there.
So clearly Tyler's a freak.
Can't wait for his book to find out how much of a freak. So Josh comes home, and Tyler and Allie are still in the kitchen, and he immediately like runs up to Allie and hugs her, and is like, oh my god, you're safe. And she's like, oh my god, you're safe. And then Tyler's witnessing this sweet moment and says, hey dude, glad you're home. By the way, Allie knows who your dad is. Like, and Josh like immediately stiffens, and Allie's like, turn me around, let me at him, let me kick him. And she tries to kick him and then misses, and then Tyler just laughs and is like, I'll let you two have alone time to discuss, and then leaves. Like, some best friend.
Yeah, there's something wrong. He's got a screw loose too.
Yeah, definitely. So they end up talking about it, and Josh is like super stressed out at first. Like, of course, he's been hiding this like big thing from her. And she ends up calming him down and being like, you're nothing like your dad. Like, I'm not worried you're gonna hurt me. Like,
yeah, like I talked to Tyler, like he explained everything.
Yeah, you know, just like talked about it all. And then she ends up asking, so what happened with my cousins? Like, why did you stop responding to me for 2 hours? Like, what was going on? And he's like, oh, you know, your cousin just held me at gunpoint. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, well, the cops were at Bradley's house. So the cops were already there, but they weren't there, obviously, for them. They were there looking for him because he's in trouble with the law right now.
Yeah.
And so the cops were there, so they couldn't break in and get the computer. And then Junior held Josh at gunpoint and was like, you need to tell me the whole story. So that was the basis of it. And then she's pissed and is like, tell me which cousin held you at gunpoint. Like, I'm gonna kill them. And he's like, no, calm down. It's okay. It was just a misunderstanding. And convinces her not to go kill her freaking mobster cousin. And then the next day, they take Fred home. And when they get there, they notice that one of Allie's cousins' SUVs is outside. So they go inside to see who's there. And Junior is waiting for them. He came back for Josh because they decided, okay, tonight's the night. We need to go to Bradley's. We need to go in.
What about
Get
a
the
fucking
computer.
phone call? Why are you staking out the fucking house?
That's what Allie said. She's like, what the fuck? But obviously, you can't really talk about this on the phone, like, especially with the FBI
Just
watching
call them
them.
and be like, hey man, come over.
Yeah, probably could have.
Like, they're obviously, they understand what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know. He just decided, I'm just going to wait there for them because that's normal. Anyway, so he's like, hey, we need you.
This
Plus,
is Junior?
Allie, yeah, plus Allie probably would have intercepted and be like, no, he's not doing anything for you.
True.
Anyway, so then Junior's like, and Josh is like, isn't that risky with the cops just being there yesterday? And Junior says, well, we're going to stay in the car. We're not getting out. Other people are going to go in and do the sneaky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh is like, well, I have to go in to hack it.
Yeah,
And
like,
he's
I don't trust anybody else.
I don't trust anybody else. Like, you don't even know what's on his computer. Like, I have to go in and see it for myself. So then Junior's like, okay, like, if you're sure. And Allie's like, well, if he's going, I'm going. And then they both try to convince her no. And then Junior makes a stupid comment about my dad would kill me if I let a woman come on the job. And Josh is like, ooh. And lets her, like, go at him. And then Josh literally pulls out a bag of popcorn and starts eating it. Like, he's watching the show go down. Like,
yeah. Allie just rips him a new one.
Yeah. Anyway, and then when she sees him, like, eating the popcorn, she calms down. It's like, okay, like, it's not that serious. I need to chill. So he's like, okay, we gotta go now. But before we go, like, Allie, you are not to leave this van. Like, you're not allowed out.
Yeah,
You're coming. You're staying put. She's like, okay, fine, whatever. Because Josh also says the same thing to her, like, you're not coming in this house. And then, Junior also tells Allie what the favor is that his dad wants for doing all this. And the favor is that he wants her to come for family dinners at his house once a month. And she literally looks over at Josh and is like, am I getting Emily Gilmore right now? And he's like, you're totally getting Emily Gilmore.
See, I don't know.
So Gilmore Girls. So that's how, like,
watch Gilmore Girls.
So just for basis, in Gilmore Girls, Lorelai is Emily Gilmore's daughter, and Lorelai has a daughter named Rory, and Rory wants to go to this private school. Lorelai's parents are rich, but Lorelai's not because she got pregnant with Rory in high school.
Oh, so in order to pay for
Yeah.
her school, they're like, I want to know my granddaughter, basically.
Yeah, we'll pay for her school. Well, they come over for Christmases and holidays. Or like, they know their granddaughter, we don't see her often. So like, dinner once a month. You guys have to come over here for dinner.
Makes sense.
So basically, they're saying we just got Gilmore'd, and then Allie makes a comment about whatever Emily Gilmore makes Nico look like a peach because Emily Gilmore is like the biggest bitch ever or whatever. And then poor Junior is just sitting there because he also does not know what they're talking about. And he goes, "You guys are fucking weird. Like, what the fuck is going on?" Because when they walked in, Josh also called Fred their son. He goes, "Oh, I didn't know you had a..." And then he looks at the cat and goes, "Oh my god, are you talking about the cat?" And he's like, "Cat people are so fucking weird."
Yeah, they really are. I agree.
Same.
Cat people are freaks.
So then they end up leaving with Junior. He's like, "Okay, we gotta go now." And they're like, "Now? Like, it's 1 p.m. He's like, "Well, we gotta get organized. We have to be there by 5:30. So they leave with him. And then once they're in the van and they're with all these mobster people, Josh is like, "Wow, these people are really serious." And he's like, "I bet you $20 I can make one of them laugh before the end of the night." And Allie's like, "You're on." So then that's like a bet for the rest of the night. Who's gonna make someone laugh first?
The way he makes him laugh is the fucking...
Yeah, and Josh tries...
called like 15 times in this
Yeah.
book. Honestly, it's the best.
Josh tries the entire time to make them laugh. Like, the entire time. He's probably driving these people nuts.
Yeah.
Like, nuts. Anyway, so, and then, yeah, they literally can't take anything seriously. And then Allie stays in the van with Junior, and then the driver, and then Josh heads in with, like, all the other mobsters. We weren't given an exact number. I think it's, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah, honestly, I pictured, like, 5.
Yeah, same.
Could be 100, we don't know.
So, like,
100 people breaking into a house would be really obvious, so probably not.
Yeah, I think it was, like, 4 or 5, plus they were all in one van, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so they head into this house. They've had, like, the alarm system set off, and then they had the power go out for a second so they could get in there and everything. But they ran into every problem possible on the way into this house, but they finally make it into the house. And when they enter the house, all you can smell is just something rotting. And because Josh was raised by a serial killer, he recognizes the smell as the smell of dead bodies. So somewhere in this house, there's a dead body somewhere. So half of the team goes to look for the dead body, and the other ones go with Josh to go look for the computer and the phone. So they end up finding the laptop, and they're up there, and Josh starts his thing, and everyone else is, like, looking for the phone or looking for the bodies, and they end up hearing over the microphone. So everyone has a headset basically so they can hear each other, and they hear over the microphone someone say, "Hey, there's cat litter everywhere downstairs. There's multiple bodies down here." They're like, "We need to get out now, because when the cops come and they smell this, they're going to come in and they're going to find these bodies, and they're going to dust everything for fingerprints, everything for DNA. We can't risk leaving anything behind. We got to go now." So Josh is like, "No, there's no way I'm leaving. I only need 5 more minutes to get all this information off the computer. I can't risk them finding anything about Allie." And they're like, "Hey, well, we're going." And then Josh is like, "Hey, that's fine. Like, I'm staying behind. I'll catch up with everybody later."
Yeah.
And then Allie is obviously listening to all this because she has an earpiece too. And she's like, "If you're staying, I'm staying." And Junior's like, "Hell no, you aren't." And then all of a sudden, Josh hears over the earpiece some kind of, like, scuffle and then a grunt. And then all of a sudden, Junior's like, first Josh asks, like, "What just happened?" Like, concerned. And Junior's like, "Your girlfriend just kicked me in the freaking, like, junk and blah, blah, and now she's ran off into the night." And Josh is like, "Oh, so when she's being bad, she's my girlfriend, but when she's being good, she's your cousin? I see how it is." And he's like, "Hey, can you take something seriously for once?"
Yeah.
So then she, like, obviously runs off, and Josh is like, "Hey, you need to wait outside." And then Junior says, "Okay, I'll meet you at the pickup spot, but we're not going to be able to hear you anymore once we get, like, off this street.
Mhm.
So use the burner phones in case of an emergency only." And then Josh says something about, like, "Okay, until you leave the street, everybody be quiet. Allie, don't make a sound. I just need silence for a moment while I try to get this finished." And then Allie goes, "Oh no, how will we ever survive silence?" And then she wins the bet because the men laugh because they were so sick of Josh. And then he's pissed because he lost the bet. Anyway, so he like sets up his thing so his software starts erasing Allie from the computer and then goes and like starts searching for the house or searching the house for the phone. And while he's searching this house, he starts thinking that it's haunted because he's thinking about the dead bodies downstairs and there's like
He's
he's
like
like
losing his shit.
there's got to be ghosts up here, and he starts thinking he's hearing things, and then he's like, what did my mom tell me to do if I ever came in contact with spirits? So he just shouts out, "I mean you no harm." Well, Allie can still hear him, and she's like, "Are you okay in there? I'm coming in." He goes, "No, stay outside. I'm fine. It's okay."
Okay, dude, honestly, like,
This dude's crazy.
he's the funniest person
He
ever,
so
but
is.
it's not, like, intentional. He's just fucking a lunatic. It's
Yeah.
so funny. I swear he's, like, on fucking acid half the
I
time.
swear to God, I love him though so much. Like sometimes he says things you're like, "Hey, that was meant to be funny," but then other times you're like, "You're just an idiot," and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's talking to these freaking ghosts, and Allie's like, "Okay, like whatever. I don't know what's happening." And then while Josh is in the bedroom, Allie starts shouting, "Someone's pulling up to the house! Like someone's pulling out the house! You need to get out of there!"
Yeah, she's, like, in, like, the backyard in a bush or
Yeah,
something.
and he's like, "Okay, stay hidden. Like, I need to like go check." So he has the phone. I think he ends up leaving it there. Like he just erased it or something. I don't know.
He just, like, clears all
Yeah.
of it or something.
So he goes back. The computer still needs like another minute, and the people that pulled up come inside, and Josh realizes it's Brad's parents. So he goes and he closes the office door like quietly so they can't hear it, and then he locks it. And they end up coming up to the office door because they were there to wipe his computer clean.
Because they know someone's up to some shit.
But for some more devious reasons, and the dad's like, "Oh, if he fled the country, I swear I'm gonna disown him this time." That's why you're disowning him?
What about the bodies in the basement, bro?
Well, they don't recognize it. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fire the maid."
Oh yeah, he said
I'm gonna fire the
smells like
yeah.
rank in here.
I'm gonna fire the
yeah.
cleaning lady. Like it smells like she hasn't taken the trash out in weeks. And Josh is like, "Well, I guess it's good that they don't recognize the smell of dead bodies."
Yeah.
But like at the same time, they're there to cover for their son again. So he ends up locking the door, or he already had it locked, but they end up finding the key to the door and they're trying to get it open. So he has to hold down on this lock so that they can't, and they think the key's not working. So while they go to find another key, he goes back to the computer's done, and he jumps out the window. He's now on the roof, and it's like, he's really high up, so there's like multiple posts and
Like
stuff.
probably
He's
like the third floor.
He's like, "Okay, I just gotta jump to this post and that post and that post, and I can be on the floor." Well, he jumps, lands on one post perfectly fine, but there's snow and he slips, and then he literally, like a goddamn, yeah, literally like one of those like games you play, whatever that's called.
Ping pong?
Yeah, ping pong. But I was thinking about like
like
those arcade games.
Yes. No, not foosball.
Not foosball.
Pinball.
Like literally like a pinballing the whole way down. But he doesn't say pinball. No, in his head he's thinking, "Oh, and down I go like one of those pieces in Connect 4. Like, that's literally when he's thinking in his head. He goes, "There goes my knees and my head," and he's just like falling the whole way down. And Allie watches this whole thing trying not to laugh at him because she's like, "Oh my God, he must be in so much pain." But like at the same time, like this is the funniest thing ever. I wish I could have seen it. I want to see that so bad.
Like, Google someone falling through a pergola.
Yeah, but like I don't think anyone would do it like Josh. Yes. I don't think anyone would do it like Josh. Anyway, so he ends up on the ground, dazed and confused, and like, you know, not really able to move.
He's like, "Fuck, my head, my knee, my ankle, my chest.
Everything hurts. And
face."
Allie comes up to him and she's like, "We have to run and we have to go now."
Because, dude, he probably made so much money. Like,
yeah, and she's like
thing.
5 something and he's like 6 something, and she's trying to help him up.
He's like massive.
Yeah, and so she's trying to help him up, and she gets him up, and he's like, "You have to call Junior and tell him to turn the alarm system back on." And she's like, "Okay, well, why am I doing that?" He goes, "Don't ask questions, just do it." And so Junior turns the alarm system back on. He's also confused on why he's doing this. So she called him on the burner phone, whatever. Alarm system gets turned back on. She's like, "Hey, it's on." And this motherfucker throws a chair through the window. So now the people that are in the house are well aware someone's in the backyard. And he looks at her and she's like, why the hell did you do that? He goes, well, in this state, when someone breaks into a house and the alarms go off, cops have a automatic warrant to come on the property, and once they enter that house and smell those bodies, the blooms are going down.
So Josh made a dumb choice,
But
but for a smart reason.
yes. But then they're running and they realize, oh shit, there's snow everywhere. Our footprints are everywhere. We're going to lead the cops right to us. So they're running. They end up having to hide in the woods a few times. Junior has to hide his car in the woods.
It's a whole thing.
Anyway, by some miracle, they make it to the car. But Josh also definitely cracked some ribs on the way down, and he's like carrying Allie through this forest because she hurt her ankle at one point.
Yeah.
So he's just carrying her with cracked ribs. And then they fell into the snow at some point. It was a whole fucking situation.
Man.
Yeah, and then they make it back to the car, and he like puts her on his lap and is like cuddling her to keep her warm. And Junior's like, "You guys are so gross. You're so gross." And then, so now that they're back in the car, they end up like just heading back to the warehouse where they stashed like their actual cars earlier. They get rid of their clothes, everything, and Junior's like, okay, like I'll see you guys at dinner. But then before they leave the warehouse, they end up finding out that the cops did in fact find the bodies. And then Junior's like, oh, and just so you guys know, we may not have found the phone, but one of our guys did take his wallet. So they're having like some lower person in the mob run off with the credit cards and make it look like Bradley has gone off to Canada and is trying to run from the police. Anyway, so then they end up getting home and they talk more in depth about his dad and kind of everything he did and what Josh witnessed and what Josh went through and all this stuff. And then Josh ends up telling her about that he has an amazing stepdad who did step in. I think he came into Josh's life when he was about 11. And his mom is thriving now and everything's like well. It's just that beginning trauma of his father being you also find out that Josh doesn't actually have an antisocial personality disorder. He does not have what his dad has. The therapist just wanted their money basically and knew they could convince his parents and Josh that he had this because
they were so
of
scared.
the dad. So Josh is actually completely fine without his meds. Josh is just a crazy person naturally.
Josh actually probably got crazy because he was on antipsychotics when he didn't need to be.
Exactly. It probably definitely added to it for sure. But yeah, and then Josh ends up punishing Allie for disobeying. In other words, like a chapter and a half long sex scene. Yeah. And then they end up going to family dinner at Uncle Nico's house. I think it's supposed to be like a week later or something like that, or like a month or so. It wasn't specified, but it's like not directly after. And then when they get to the house, Uncle Nico's there, and so is his wife Maria.
Maria's Italian. Mariah
no,
might be too.
Maria is no, she's Irish. Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway, so this is like the first time Allie's seen her aunt, like ever. Actually, I think she's just meeting her for the first time.
Yeah.
Or like maybe like when she was very little or something. But and so they're talking, and then her aunt starts like hitting on Josh and is like, he's like built like the statue of David come to life and blah blah blah. And Nico is like just getting like so jealous and telling his wife like, don't say that about him, like blah blah blah. And then he's like, can you go make me one of your delicious coffees? She's like, you could add that I have a nice ass to that or something. And then later on in the night, he asks for another coffee, and he does add like, and that ass. And she's
so
like,
basically, they're grown up, Allie and Josh.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So family dinner goes okay. Her uncle's kind of like expecting her to like, automatically fall in love with the family, everything. And she's like, yeah, like I like my aunt, like so I can get along with my cousins, I guess. But she's like,
don't they also kind of want to use Josh a little bit?
Yeah.
For skills?
And she tells them like, if you want a relationship with me, no, that's never gonna happen. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
No. And then she's also like, and I bet you were going to use him for the fall guy or whatever. And Josh goes, oh, don't you worry about that. I was already here a week ago and threatened him that I would go to the cops and out them if he, tried to throw me under the bus. So yeah, everything's kind of fine. Her uncle just expects her to be more part of the family and like want to be, and she's like, hey, don't expect that, like, maybe it will happen one day, but like I barely know you, and you can't, like, don't expect anything from me. She's like, I'm here because I need to be. That's final.
Yeah,
I'm not here by choice.
But honestly, we haven't read caught up, so we don't know, so maybe that changed.
I'm hoping it changes.
Yeah,
mostly because I want to see Josh and Allie in these books.
I know that there's cameos of them. I'm sure there's gonna be way more cameos in Tyler's
for sure. Yeah. But honestly, I do hope, because Allie doesn't really have family. Josh doesn't have any close family. Like, he's close with his mom and stepdad, but they don't live where they live. They live in Florida, so they're kind of far away. So it will be nice for them to have family, even if they're freaking mobsters. Anyway, and then it skips to the epilogue, which is.
Epilogues are my favorite part of every
I
book.
love epilogues so much, because you're like, oh my god, it's done. They're friendly, happy, everything's good. Like, unless it's like, we'll get to her, but Lee Rivers epilogues until like she does like 4, and I'm so mad. Always until the last epilogue. And the first 3 always piss me off. Oh, always piss me off.
Yeah, and then also too, like, the last one always like that something else is coming.
Something's coming in someone else's book.
Oh my god, bitch, write faster. I would read.
Hurry up. Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll get to her
next year.
Yeah, next year.
That's our current plan. It's
not like a
2026.
Yeah, we're gonna start 2026 with Lee Rivers, as we should. Don't quote us on that. Could be earlier, could be later. We'll see what happens. We don't know, because we got other stuff going on in the works.
Our schedule is constantly changing.
Yeah, we're updating it constantly, but we will definitely get to her books.
Oh, for
within the next year, 100%. Within the next 6 months, but just will it be at the very beginning of 2026? Can't confirm. We're hoping. Yeah. But anyway,
that was a little side note.
A little side note.
Back to the epilogue.
We'll talk about her anytime. So the epilogue, Josh and Allie are off at an Airbnb somewhere. I think it's like their anniversary or something. So it's like a year later or something like that.
Yeah, he rents her a cabin.
Yeah. And he chases her. He puts his mask back on, chases her through the woods. Now, they also have another bet. I think they just love their bets, to be honest.
They just love playing games with each other.
He's like, if I catch you, because he still posts, because she loves to post. Like, she's still, like, continue to post. Like, it's his outlet. Like, of course, do it.
He's doing nothing wrong.
No.
He's just showing his hot ass.
Exactly. And everyone knows that he's with her. He made it very clear.
Oh, I'm sure that they've probably, like, posted together.
Well, no, that's what the bet is. So the bet is that if he catches Allie within a certain time, so they have a timer set, because he's definitely going to catch her, but is he going to catch her before the timer's up is the question. Right. So if he catches Allie before the timer's up without cheating, which means he can't put a tracker on her and track her, then she has to film a video with him and post it on the TikTok. Well, he lets her think she's gonna win, and then he catches her but catches her means he literally has to enter her before the timer goes off. Like, he can't just grab her shoulder and it's like, okay, you're caught. No, he has to physically enter her. So there was multiple times where he got a hold of her and she got away. Like, she beat the shit out of him. Multiple times she kicked, punched, everything. But he finally gets her just as the timer goes off. He enters her. Like, he timed it perfectly. Like, knew that was going to happen. And then when they finish, he's like, literally, they're still rolling around in the dirt, and he pulls out a ring and he's like, will you marry me?
I'd be pissed. Do not propose to me if I am dirty in the fucking woods, bro. Absolutely not.
But Allie loves it, and she says yes.
I mean, Allie's a fucking freak.
I like half agree. Like, propose me in the woods all you want, like, but don't propose me in the woods while we've just been. They literally, when he caught her, it was in a river. Like, they're covered in mud.
Ew, with twigs in my hair.
And she's got, like, cuts from, like, the twigs on the ground. Like, come on, people.
No.
But anyway, she says yes. They walk back to their cabin, which they didn't realize how far they'd ran away from this. Also, Allie knew this was coming because they talked about it, like, when they planned the trip months ago. So this girl has been literally sneaking off to the track every day to practice running. Like, she was ready for this. He still
That'd be
beat.
me, though.
He still won though.
I don't know why she wouldn't want both of them.
I think it was more about she wanted to win.
Yeah.
I think eventually she would have found like
She probably would
some
have said,
other
I'll do it
reason,
anyways or whatever.
but she just wanted to say she won.
Yeah.
And she beat him at his own game. So they go back to the house, or like to their Airbnb, and they come in and there is toilet paper everywhere. Everywhere. And the culprit, Fred, and
Their new cat.
their new cat. They got another cat because
So
Fred
could have a
decided,
sibling.
or yeah.
Josh wanted Fred to have a sibling.
He wanted him to have a sibling so that they could have their mommy and daddy time in peace, and Fred could have someone to hang out with.
Yeah.
And then he regrets it because of the chaos they caused. And then while they're standing there, looking at the mess that their children, I'm doing that with air quotes because they're cats, have caused, he looks at her and says, I want 10 kids. And she goes, no. Like, we can, like, 2. Like, I'll agree 2. And he's like, 5. And she's like, 3. And he's like, 4. And she's like, 3. And he's like 10. And she's like, no, that's not how negotiating works. Like, what? And he's like, I bet I'll convince you. And she's like, damn it, like, he just
watch her fucking pop out 10 kids.
Yeah. And then it ends, and it's like, and then it like just like jumps like 2 hours later just so it can say, yes, I did end up posting that video with him. And that was it. And that was the end of Lights Out.
Lights Out is so fun.
It's so fun. It's such a good read to throw in there, especially after you've been like reading something super dark and you need a minute.
It's a solid palate cleanser.
Yeah, but you don't want to read like some fluffy romance.
Yeah.
Read Lights Out.
It's
amazing. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Oh, I love it. I laughed so much.
Listen to it though. Honestly, like the way that these narrators, they're so good.
It's a great time no matter how you do it. But yeah, definitely, even if you're not gonna listen to it, look up the sounds on TikTok.
Oh my god,
there are so many of them.
So good. I
they're
giggle
so
every
funny.
time, and I've seen like
the I'm Batman one. I look up all the time.
I woke up to a blaring of alarm. I can't see.
I'm blind.
blind.
Like, it's just, I love him. Yeah. What would you say your favorite part was?
There's so many times I laughed, but honestly, like, okay, yeah, I've gone blind, like, whatever, that part's funny. But it's him ping-ponging through the pergola, like, got me. I was...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was driving, listening to it, I had to pull away tears in my eyes from crying so hard.
I literally almost peed myself. Like, my father was looking at me like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I can't speak. Like, I can't stop laughing. This is so funny. But I feel like mine is when he's like sitting there and he goes, how did I tell her like that she is right? I am in fact not a serial killer.
Like, yeah, like
it was just the way, you know what? No, my favorite part of the book reading it is 100% the pergola. The pergola, him falling like a freaking moron, but not from his point of view. It's from Allie's when she's seeing it happen. Yeah. But I would say my favorite part, if I was to listen to it, just because I've heard the sound on TikTok and it's so funny, not even I've gone blind, like him saying, how do I say, like, do I message her and be like, you are right, Allie, I am in fact not a serial killer.
Through the camera that I put in her room that she doesn't know that's there.
Yeah. Like, it's just so funny to listen to. Like, he did
his
such a good
dialogue
job.
Is just fucking funny.
Yeah, the narrator, what was his name again? Jacob Morgan did an amazing job. Like, it was like he was acting in it. Like,
oh, for sure.
Just so good. It wasn't like one of those monotone ones where you're just like,
where they're literally just saying the words on the page.
No. Yeah, no,
he's, like,
it was
in
so
that
good.
Booth, moving and grooving, pretending to be Batman.
Oh yeah, I wish I could see it. But I bet I was
so
to pick any book that hasn't already been picked up or something, but I was to pick any book that I wanted to become a movie or a TV show, it would be Lights Out. Like, I need to see this on the screen.
It wouldn't even 100%. Be like, it's like the total rom-com thing.
Yeah, I would drag all of our friends. Like, I'd be like, I don't care. Like, we're going. You must see this.
Yeah. There's so many things that, like, I just saw a Tessa Bailey movie that's turning into a show. Mindfuck apparently is getting turned into a show.
Super excited for that.
What else?
Well, off
was
campus
there?
is currently
Yeah,
being
off
turned
campus is
into one,
currently
and then of
filming.
course there's the ones that are already out, like the Summer Term Pretty. It
Oh,
ends
Verity.
with us.
I'm so excited to see
Verity is coming out. Well, so is Regretting You. Regretting You looks amazing as well.
I know. I want to know how they do Verity though.
Verity,
we've read it.
Yeah, I'm
haven't read Regretting You.
curious if for Verity, if they're going to finally end the debate on whether the
No,
manuscript or the letter is
there's
true.
no point. That's the
Do you
entire
think-
point of the book, though.
Do you think the bonus scene will be added? Because that changes people's opinions.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be after those
after credits.
thing.
So it's just
Yeah.
gonna be just like the bonus scene. You either stay and watch it or you don't.
Well, the bonus scene came out in like a separate.
Yeah, I just happened to have it, so I gave it to both of them, and it
did.
completely changed point of views.
Well, it didn't change mine.
No, it didn't change my point of view on what was real. It changed my point of view on him.
Yes.
100%. Because originally I was like, he's completely a victim. Everything he did was right. I don't care. Like, I don't give two shits.
Yeah.
Then I was like, holy shit, I'm scared for her life.
Yeah, but she's also fucking weirdo too.
Oh,
She's probably
totally.
okay with it.
No, but even she was scared. She's like, what do I do? Like, do I run with my kid?
Or do I stay with him because he treats me perfectly fine? I don't know.
We're
But
getting
no,
off tangent again.
Yeah. The entire point of Verity is that there's always an untrustworthy narrator.
Yeah.
Like,
You never know
regardless
what's
of
going
anything.
on.
Like fucking Belly in The Summer Turned Pretty. She's untrustworthy.
I'm so behind on that right now. But, yeah. Team Conrad.
Always. And if anybody's not Team Conrad,
Shoo.
yeah. We don't accept you.
We're Team
You can't-
Conrad
you
here.
can't sit with
I'm sorry, have
us.
you been watching all of the brands and hotel chains and everything posting that they're Team Conrad? I think it's a universal opinion at this point.
That's not true. Don't you have a friend that's Team Jeremiah?
We don't discuss that. We don't discuss that.
No.
No, she has recently swapped, though. She was, but she is now Conrad.
Okay, well, she is a fake
Team Conrad. I also have a cousin who is Team Jeremiah.
Ew.
Okay, but she's like 16. I feel like she doesn't know how to make a proper decision on those things. She's not even 16, she's 15.
Yeah, she's probably looking like, oh, Jeremiah's hot
Yeah,
and fun
exactly.
and
She probably.
funny and nice.
I'll make her watch it when she's older and see what she picks then.
Yeah, she needs to go through a couple traumatic
Exactly.
relationships first.
Exactly. Understand
And
the
realize
pain.
that that's a man child and the other one's a man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, got completely off tangent. That was Lights Out.
Yeah.
We love it, and as you can tell from our tangent, there's lots more to come.
Oh, there is so much more. I don't know why I just sang that.
We're a little delusional at this point, guys.
Yeah, it's what time is it? 11:15 on a Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
Okay, we're fucking going. Bye.
We're done. Bye, guys.